Hey, summer friends, Olivia here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are doing a dad and me, which I haven't done. I've done plenty of mama me's, but I've never done a dad and me. This is a dad and his teenager, and they have their own bathrooms. It's just a really quaint house, and I would definitely call it organic style, like little, I don't want to say modern, just organic. And then I would say her room is definitely not. Her room is just fun. It's just like pastels, pinks and blues and that kind of thing. And yeah, let's get into it. So I am really, really into like looking for layouts and things, right? Like, and I use Pinterest a lot for my inspiration. I started designing my own. So I'm really excited. And it's a long story, as everything is with me, but a long, long time ago, probably about 8 or so years ago, I found my first, like, it was one of those old builder magazines that have, oh, like a bunch of house plans. And I got it at like one of those half off book places. And I just fell in love with it because it just was so fun to try to build in The Sims. And then when we moved, I lost it. And I got another one at another half price book. And so I recently found that, but when I found that, I also found my Sims like graph, like paper, big notebook, and it has like a little folder in the front of it. And I had got off Amazon a long time ago. Designer, like, it's kind of like I forgot what it's actually called, but it's like a ruler kit, and then it has like cutouts. So like there's a couch cutout, there's like, and so you can design that on your graph paper. Anyway, I found that and it just inspired me because I'm much more digital now and like kind of a lot of us, right? And so I started designing my own cute. It's mostly like I have an apartment collection, I have a studio collection so far, and I have so many more plans. But basically, I designed my own house builds and I'm sharing them all with you. So here's the plan. I have my Pinterest page, some of the ones I've already done. So I'll link my Pinterest is always linked down below. But I'll also start doing like a Substack because I've made quite a bit of them, and so I think that it's worth putting them there. Almost like maybe like I don't even know, like maybe like the layouts of the month or something. I don't know. But it's getting fun because like now of course I'm always inspired by things online, but like now I like legit can make my own and then see that come through as a speed build. So like I'm having a lot of fun with that, and it's so like me. Like I mean, even teenage me used to like sketch out Sims builds. So this is like full circle, really. And I'm really excited. So for sure, check those out. Let me know what you think. And they're just, like I said, so far, just the collections I have, and I'll keep building on them because you can never have enough. And that's the thing. I can't just stop at like 3 or 4. I mean, I'm talking like I want to build a big library and just inspire other people. I was inspired by people making them online. I'm like, I can make my own. So I've had a lot of fun with that. And back to this build, one of the things that I was really excited about was KKB. That is a Sims content creator that I really like. A lot of their stuff made it to this build, but I will say that the wallpaper and stuff, this is where I started realizing, oh, this could be a dad. Because not that gray and white can't be anybody else, but it just felt masculine in that way. So I was really excited by that to use items that I normally don't use. And I have to also say that I don't know about you, but as I've started to get back into this more deeply than I have before, I'm like really annoyed whenever paint swatches or content creators don't put baseboards because I just feel the realism of that. That's definitely an alpha Stacey girly talking here, but it should have a baseboard because like what doesn't? You know what I mean? Like I understand some don't. Our room is under construction still and it doesn't have baseboards. That's a whole other story. Don't get me heated up about that. Um, but that's because it's under construction ish. And so that's the reason. But like this house isn't under construction, it's finished. So that should have baseboards, right? So I just been finding myself being annoyed when I have like a color that I love Nobody in their right mind, unless I'm missing a design trend, okay? But they have baseboards. All right. So I'm now like pro when I'm looking for paint, it can't just be the whole color. That's so I want we want baseboards. That's that you know how what's it say? We want something. What is it? It's not free headphones, is it? It says something on the Sims thing. Why am I forgetting? But it says like we want something. We should make it say we want baseboards because we do. Moving on to the teenage room. Yeah, look at that. Look, first off, you guys see that bed? I never can make it fit in a build. It's so huge. Um, I thought at first my brain was like, I'm gonna do twins and I'm gonna have them do a bunk bed. I just wasn't feeling it. I love this bunk bed so much, but I don't like how frilly and stuff it is. It's really cute. Don't get me wrong. I think the creator did a, let me look at that, right? Like, did a rockin' job. Okay. Just not for me. So I need to eventually clean that out. But anyway, so we end up going with teenage. We get there eventually. And which is fun because I don't always get to use my pastel stuff and it felt right. You know, when a build feels right, you gotta just go with it. And sad news, I saw that little Simsie's grandpa passed away, which is so sad. So go give her some love if you know if you follow her, or even if you don't go follow her. I'm sure you do. I think her like she's at over 1 million. Is it 2 million now? I'm not sure, but super sad. And what I thought was really sad is she was worried about her uploads, which I understand that's her craft, her channel, her probably her livelihood, right, her income. But I thought, oh girl, we totally get it. You need to spend time with your family, and don't worry about that. But I totally get it because there's some people out there that are like, you know, expecting her videos, and it's like, dude, her grandpa just died. Anyway, go give her some love. My grandparents both passed away so long ago, but I remember it's so it sucks really bad. And so yeah, I was just thinking about her, and I'm sure she's just sad. And I think she had some other loss recently, so just I feel bad. Another thing that I have been obsessing about is I used to back in the day be really good about putting light switches and plugins in every build, and then somewhere along the way I lost that CC and I quit doing it. But now here I am again, and so I try to be intentional about that because again, as I'm getting back into it, the swing of things, I'm like, realism is kind of what I strive for, not perfection. That's different because real isn't perfect. But I try my hardest to make sure that it has light switches and it makes sense. Things make sense. I really, really love the poster to my right over there on the wall, the one with the Nikes on it. Oh my god. I I love it. I downloaded a bunch of those styles and that they were kind of all broken, but that one survived. I'm sure it's probably because I needed to download some type of mesh, right? But I hate that too. I get so click happy when I'm CC shopping that it'll clearly tell you. Most creators do. Like, hey, yeah, you got to have this. You have to have this. You got to like, I'm like, yeah, uh-huh. And then I go my game. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I have so much stuff like that that doesn't work, and I need to eventually go through. That is my goal for the week. Is I have been playing so much that I feel as though it's time to do a really major CC swipe, and then go back and get some good new stuff because I am on the hunt for just more family oriented things, clutter of course, just things like that. More frames like this one that I can like stack on top of each other, And I need to be mindful that I can't just go keep adding CC because I want this computer to last. Heaven forbid, I mean God, if I can make this computer last even a year, I'll be so happy, which it better last longer than that. I'm just saying. Okay, so you see how I'm doing this little situation here on the floor of the basket. I have to tell you that one of the first times that I ever saw someone do like this was Sims Gallery, which I'm fangirling. I always do, but she's the best. Okay, she's literally the best. And she used to put like hair dryers and straighteners on the floor, and I remember being mind blown when I would see it because I'm like, that is so realistic in the way of like a girl getting ready. You know what I mean? So a little nod to her because, man, I just love it. I went to her channel yesterday to see, I was going to watch something before I fell asleep because I've been watching Deadliest Catch, which I'm like weirdly obsessed with it. And I ran out of episodes. So I was like, well, go watch, go watch Sims Gallery. So I go, she hasn't posted for 10 or 11 months. I'm so sad because she was getting back into it. I like freaked out. I remember coming on the channel and like fangirl and like, she's back. And oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And she even did her voice. And I was like, oh my God, not what I thought she sounded like. Not that I thought what she would sound like, but like, it was just so cool. And then, yeah, I'm sure life, right? Like life just gets in the way and just not really in the way. It just life happens. And I'm sure she's busy. She's a mom and she probably has a job and all the things. I totally get it. But I'm just sad to see that she didn't come back because, man, we all, if you know her, you know her, and you know if she's back, we're gonna be watching her stuff. So I don't think she'll have any problem with views. A lot of, her probably millions of views. A lot of half of those are from me. No, I'm just kidding. But I did used to watch a lot of her, and I loved little things like that, like when she would do her dorm rooms, and she would like I said, put hair straighteners on the floor, like a lot of movement in her way, and it just made you feel like if even if it's 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., you want to get on the game and you want to play because she just inspires you in that way. Is there anyone else like that or is there someone you have that you recommend? If so, put it down below because I'm always looking for new creators to watch. You learn so much from them. We all like it's cool because we all think differently and it's fun to see other people's like interpretation of a house or doing this or this idea and just little things. I've seen people and I like some of the people who play that do things like Pinterest to see if they can build it. I like that too because their brain can see like details like that I just, no secret, I'm not good at exteriors, but they're really good. And I feel like it's almost like a lesson, you know? So if there's anybody that you are inspired by in the Sims world, for sure drop it below so I can go check them out. I end up changing this tile because I end up going the dad and me route and that doesn't really fit because it's going to be best friends, kind of like a best friends apartment. But you have to see the tile in that kitchen. Isn't that cute? I mean, it's gone now, but I'll change it a little bit. But that pastel like blue and like that was the vibe I was going for. But I just think it's a really good tile. I hope I know, well, I know I will. I'll find a different build to use it in. It's just not their time. It's not the time. Um, yeah. So we're in the living room and I feel as though this turned out pretty cute. Um, I could have done more clutter, but if I'm being honest with you, dinner was almost ready. So I'm trying to like do the things, but also like be done with the things. So basically it did turn out like my organic style, very much me here. But I think it's really nice and I think it's something cool. And then I thought, hey, you know what? There's like this left side over here by the window. I'm like, that should probably be like a home office because dad works from home. So I end up doing that. And like I said, we'll change the kitchen around so that way it's not so girly. But make no mistake, I'm gonna do a girl version of this. Duh. That night I was just feeling like, hey, let's do I think it's because Novus with three, if you're not familiar, I talk about them probably blab about them a lot, but that's one of my favorite creators too. Novus with three V's. That's how his bedroom ended up being inspired by a lot of their content, and I think some KKB too, possibly. But that's kind of why the house switched. So sometimes, you never know what kind of direction you're gonna go in. I started building his room out, and I'm like, yeah, it just kind of it changed in that way, and I just kind of went with it. So, a few updates if you're following along, because I have got really aggressive about my upload, trying to upload every day. And I just say try because I don't want to feel like, Olivia, you have to upload every day, at least every business day. Because if you're new here, hi, I'm Olivia, and this channel's been around for quite some time, but I haven't really had the time to dedicate like true focused time on it. And I really want to. And so I lost my job currently and I'm looking, but I also own a business. So it's kind of a different type of, it's still, I still need the income obviously, but it's just different type of scenario. But anyway, all that to say, I kind of have it while I'm looking for a job and while I'm looking for a salary job. I'm working really hard at the business and doing a lot of that, but I also thought it would be a really good time for me to spend some time to unwind and play Sims more, which would then, in fact, put some more effort into this channel. So I'm being really aggressive in my plan. I'm just going to see if it goes somewhere. So if you're watching this and you're liking what I'm doing, if this is your style, please consider just subscribing. I'm just trying to see what can happen. If I go all in, what can happen? So that's what I'm doing. But a couple updates. Big Brother sucks. If you're watching my videos, a couple videos ago, I said I was watching Big Brother. I was really, 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 really wanting something to get into. Like they have those, you know how they have the live feeds. So like every day I could get into that. I could be in the background. I could be hearing all the things. But turns out I'm just getting old because the whispering that they do, because they're a lot of times just trying to like they're just trying to be like sneaky, and so they whisper a lot. First off, I already have the captions on, but the whispering has got me into a spiral. That's one thing. Two, I'm just not, the cast just seems like, I don't know. I know this is a very common reason why people don't like these types of reality shows. The people who are out there getting the talent, I guess you'd say, they just have the same MO every time, and it's in all the forums I read. It's not just me saying it. And it's just so annoying to see that. So, anyway, what I thought would be such a fun summer project or whatever, it's just I'm not really I'm going to follow through. I'm just not like excited like, "Oh, let's watch Big Brother." I'm not getting giddy about it. What I am getting giddy about, like I said, is Deadliest Catch, which is so random. Which makes me want to tell you the story about why we hate boats. So, me and my oldest and my mom, we go to Florida a couple months ago. And during that time, we had been working so much, and so we were looking for any chance of escape to get out of town. And Florida's our favorite place. So, I remember sitting on the couch and I was like, "Hey," my mom was sitting across from me. We were just talking, hanging out one afternoon. And I was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about seeing if we can get away, are you down to do something?" She's like, "Yeah, what are you thinking?" And I'm like, "Florida, of course." She's like, "Yeah." I mean, literally, I want to say it like 5 days later, we were in Florida. So that's kind of how we do things sometimes. It's just how, depends on if life lets you. So anyway, we found ourselves in Florida, and my littles did not want to go. Oh, it was during spring break, I think. Yeah, it was. So it wasn't very long ago. It was like the end of March. And anyway, long story short, we get into Florida, and we get this, nice Airbnb. We get checked in, all the things. We're having fun. A couple days go by, and I had this bright freaking idea to rent a pontoon because we were going to go to Shell Island. We go to PCB, which is, Panama City Beach, if you're not familiar. And that's where we like to go. And so we've been to Shell Island, which is just this really cool island that's there that you take a shuttle to, and you can go and explore for a while. There's shuttles that run like every couple hours or whatever. And you like pack a picnic lunch. It's a whole thing. Well, I'm like, forget paying the shuttle. Not that it's expensive, but not that getting a pontoon is either, right? So I was like, well, how about we just rent a pontoon? That way we have all day. We can take our time. We can go explore the island, go around it, go anywhere. And I said all this, it's not as crazy as to me because we did this like years ago when the kids were littler. So we'd already done it. And so I convinced my mom, which looking back, I have no idea how I did that because I, I think generally we just wanted to have fun. But really she gets motion sickness, like car sick, so boats are like awful for her. So anyway, we get online. I'm like finding some different ones, and they're all saying, no experience needed. I'm like, I know. That's what I was so surprised with years ago when we did it the first time. Like, well, good, sign me up because I have zero experience. I'm the best, I'd be the one for it. I have no experience. And anyway, so we rent a boat and we show up, and these guys are giving us this lesson, great, whatever, talks about, whatever they're talking about, and all the rules and things, kind of go through some of the things. And so there we are, bon voyage, we're leaving, and we're on the way out. And anyway, we're out there. We hadn't been out there for very long. We're trying to find a place to put our we're trying to place a park. How do you say that? We're trying to play a place to park or put our anchor down. Thank you. Gosh. Trying to find a place to put our anchor down so we can just like have our picnic that we packed and just hang out. Well, we approach what I thought was Shell Island, and I'm like, hey, just like go ahead and put it down. So we throw it out. Okay. And we're not on Shell Island. The waves are getting very, very big. And I'm like, this is crazy. We're being rocked all around. We might have been on the other side of Shell Island. I don't know. But one of the most important things the guy had told us is don't go past that big rock when you get out there. You can't go into the Gulf. And I'm like, yeah, like totally. Yeah, no, we did. So now the boat place is calling us. Our boat was like, it felt like it was going to capsize. We were too close to shore. The waves were just knocking us against the shore. And they're calling us saying, "You have to get back," you know, and I'm like, "Dude, first off, sorry. I trust me, we would never have done this if I knew we weren't supposed to do, like, I just didn't think we didn't see the rock." Okay. So anyway, I said, "Well, come get us then because I can't get out of here. The anchor is now stuck. We can't it's too deep where like if we go get it, the waves are going over us. It's stuck in that we can't pull it. Like it's just a crazy chaotic scene." And the boat continues to keep feeling like it's going to flip over. So my mom and my oldest get off the boat and they go to the island. And so I'm by myself on this freaking boat. And I am nervous. Like there's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously my daughter's on the shore really, really, really upset. And so I call them back and I tell them like, "Look, you're going to have to come get us because I cannot do anything. This is your boat. Like we are not, we're not experienced. What you said was fine." And I'm yelling because like the wind is crazy, the waves are crazy, and they're like, it's too dangerous for us to go out there. You're gonna have to you'll have to get it towed. And I'm just like, okay. At that point, that's what I was doing. So I call a tow, my first ever tow, um, sea tow. Okay. And we wait for them for like an hour. We're all sunburnt. We hadn't even have a chance to put like sunscreen on. Well, while this is happening, like I said, it's the waves are getting extremely hard and they're pushing us up, well, me up against the shore. So I'm in like yelling distance to my mom and my daughter. I tell them, "Hey, Rato's coming." Like, okay. I had no idea how much it's going to be. At this point, I didn't care. I just wanted to go home. I wanted to go back to the Airbnb and pretend like this never happened. Well, they finally come. It was not cheap, let's just say that. And they tow us back. And my mom is so sick. She is so sick. We're just like, it feels like trauma. That's what it feels like. So now anytime I see a boat, I literally just think back to that day. And anyone I try to describe it to, they're like, "Oh, yeah, crazy." I'm like, "No, you have no idea. You have no idea." I remember calling my brother. We're telling him when we got back, and then he's like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "No, like you." And then I tell Robert, and he's like, "Oh, dang." I'm like, "Okay." This was like insane, could lose your life kind of thing. So we were sunburnt, we were tired, we were hungry, we never even got to eat our lunch, and we were out of like, I don't know, probably like $600. I can't remember. It was insane. Okay. So we will not be renting a boat again. And that's the moral of the story. Be careful if you rent a pontoon in Florida, because even though it says very clearly a couple times, by the way, no experience needed. Yeah, you might need to have some experience, and don't go past the rock if you're in Panama City Beach. Do not go in the Gulf. Well, there you have it. A boating story that you didn't ask for, but I had to tell somebody. It's on my brain. I still think about it. It's insane. Yeah, all the things. Well, we're coming to the end. This is the bathroom of the dad, and it's also a laundry room. So, like I said before, I'm trying my best to go all in here on this channel. And so, if it's your thing and if you feel like it, I would love for you to subscribe. I'm just trying to see what's going to come of this. And so, I will post tomorrow and I'll keep trying at it. I'll keep at it for a while to see what comes of it. I do have an archive folder playlist that has all my old videos as well. So, there's no shortness of watching stuff on here. And I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, say hey, and I'll catch you next time.
I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it too. Maybe we should both just let it go. You know my anxiety, I'm trying to be what you want, and I get so overwhelmed. Every time I climb up your walls, grab my hand, then you let me fall. I'm still standing here through it all.